Hi guys, thanks for tuning in. For today's review, I'm going to take a look at the Damashii Side Labor AV-98 Ingram Pet Labor 1 by Bandai. On the front, you've got a really nice big photo of the figure and the little patrol car. Very clean design. On the side, you can see some action poses there. And on the back, a few gimmicks highlighted at the back with a warning label. And then on the side, just a nice picture of the figure. And on the inside of the packaging, you've got everything laid out very nicely, very well protected. And then there's a secondary smaller tray on the back that has the shield and attachment parts. Firstly, he comes with his revolver, very nicely sculpted, very nicely painted. And then he comes with a alternate faceplate. And then he comes with his baton, and this one is the extended form, and they've actually given you a retracted form that you can swap around to as well. Of course, he comes with hands that he can use to hold the various weapons, so he comes with a pair of baton holding hands, so that just goes on like that. And then he comes with a pair of revolver holding hands, so they go on like that. Fits very nicely. And he comes with a pair of open palm hands. And he has a Damashii stand adapter, so this plugged into the back of the Pet Labor. And then you can plug a Damashii stand, which is not included. And this is a tool for swapping out his hand. So what you do is you use this tool to pry out the hand joint that's currently on the figure, so you can pop this on, and I'll show you that in a minute as well. And then he comes with his this is the adapter that goes underneath his shield to simulate the baton coming out, and I'll show you that in a minute as well. And he comes with a spare antenna for the Pet Labor, and he comes with two sets of antennas for the patrol car, and of course he comes with the patrol car. And to put the antenna on, you pop the back piece out like this and stick and stick the antenna on. Once you have the antenna attached to the back piece, you can plug it back onto the patrol car. And just like in the series, you can store the gun away in the leg holster, so it fits in there nicely, and close the door. And to swap out the faceplate, pull off his face and tab in the alternate face. And to attach the Damashii stand adapter, pull out this piece in the middle and then stick the adapter piece in. Earlier I mentioned this was the baton extending adapter. It's actually just to simulate the baton being still stored under the shield. So the small adapter that it's currently got on at the moment does actually have a space to store the actual baton, so you can actually store the baton accessory underneath the shield, and it looks like that. And basically this accessory here does the same thing. Not sure why it was included, to be honest, and it just looks like that when it's attached. And to extend his arm to reach down and grab his gun, pull the hand off, use this little tool, pop it underneath the joint, and you kind of just pull the whole joint out. And then now you can put this little one in, the extended one in, and now his hand is extended and he can now reach down and grab his gun from his holster. And here's a closer look at the figure itself, and I mean, it looks absolutely fantastic. I think the proportions are spot on and it looks super clean. There's not a lot of panel lighting detail, but I think at this scale it's fine without it. Very nicely painted badge in the center there, nice translucent green visor, and for the neck it even has the silver pistons painted in there, which is really nice. You got unit 1 printed there, nice translucent plastic used for the police lights, and on the back you've got really nice printing for the police department, and then even the little number plates are printed very nicely, and on the shield, very nice and tidy print job. And I love how the sculpting of the cloth joints have come out. They're not actually cloth, they're actually just plastic, but the way it's been painted and the way it's been sculpted and engineered, it looks super nice. And now for a closer look at the patrol car. This thing looks amazing. Look at how small he is compared to my hands, and I've got, you know, I don't have big hands, so this guy is actually very small, but look at the detailing on him, or it. Translucent police lights up here, very nice print detail on the door, even the tail lights are painted, and the number plate at the top, very beautiful. And the bottom, everything is sculpted, so it's fully detailed, top and bottom. Starting with the head, he can tilt his head up that high and look down that much, and he's got side to side tilt, which is cool, and he can rotate his head. However, in order to rotate his head, you have to kind of stretch it up first and then turn it, otherwise there's bits in there that kind of get in the way and you won't be able to turn very far. And then coming down to his shoulders, he's got double shoulder joint, so he does have butterfly action for his arms, which is really nice. This thing keeps falling off. And the shoulder pad is actually attached to the top of the shoulders, and that goes up and down like this, side to side. It's on a ball joint. And obviously all the way around, like so. And he does have a bicep swivel just above the shoulder joint, elbow joint, so just there, so you can rotate his arms like this, and one single jointed elbow joint, but it gives him about a 9-degree bend, which is fairly good. And he also rotates at the top of the forearms, so that turns around like that as well. And then for his wrist, they're on a ball peg, so turn around all the way, a little bit of in and out as well. With his hips, he does have ab crunch, so it crunches forward that far and back that far, and he's got side to side as well, very good side to side, and obviously rotates as well at the waist. And for his hips, he's got a cool little pull out feature, so you can actually basically dislocate his legs to make him do these ones. But what this allows him to do is do a bigger split than if this was not there. So this allows him to split his legs that far, and he can also kick up all the way almost and back that far. And he does have thigh swivel, but it is quite tight. You can hear it go, but it is there, like that. And he's got double jointed knees, and the cool thing about this knee joint is, watch this piece here. As you bend the knees, this piece folds out of the way, and this allows him to basically bend his leg this far, which is really impressive. So so that's cool. And then moving down to his ankle joint. His ankle joint is, it's almost double jointed, so you can kind of pull his feet forward and back like this, and obviously up and down like this, and ankle rockers, which is really good. And he does have a toe joint, which is quite good as well, so it gives him that much of a bend for those running poses. And this piece here moves up and down as well. First up is Wave Corporation WAM Series 1:48 scale AV-98 Ingram Label 1. Next up is Robo Damashii Gundam Barbatos. Here he is with DC Icons Superman. And finally, here he is with Marvel Legends Cyclops. And while we're here, I just wanted to do a size comparison for the patrol vehicle as well. This is a Hot Wheels Chara Wheels patrol vehicle. So I haven't actually opened this yet, but I think you can still get an idea of the size. Size-wise, they look very similar. I think the Hot Wheels version is probably slightly larger, but not nearly as sharply detailed because it is made from die-cast. There's not much I can fault about this guy. The proportions are spot on. It's got good engineering. It's very fun to pose, and it comes with a ton of accessories. The only real negative I can say about this guy is possibly the price point. At retail, it was between 6,000 to 7,000 yen, which is about 52 USD and about 70 Australian dollars as of today's exchange rate. And that might be a little bit high for a guy that measures about 15 centimeters. But if you take into account all the engineering and design work that's gone into this guy, I think the cost is reasonable. But for the price, I could only recommend it to fans of the Patlabor series, or people that like mecha in general. And that concludes my review of the Robo Damashii Ingram 1. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. And don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time for another toy review.